Welcome back into Studio 10. We're still here with Mila Lynn to talk about her most recent pieces, a part of this collection. And there's so much to look at. So many different materials, so many different ways that you've really captured, you know, your mission that you wanted to do here. But what I really love is the music. Right behind you, you have a piece with Feeling Good, and you use watercolors and sheet music. Tell us a little bit about why you wanted to use sheet music to portray a message.
Yeah, so the entire collection is related to music, right, with the cassette tapes, the vinyls, and then you have the sheet music. But I wanted to keep like a reminder in there that so much of Black culture has been documented by way of music. And even before like things where the music was being recorded or whatever, you had field calls, and any sort of like indigenous celebrations have song and dance associated with them. So like music is really part of our culture and history telling. So like, why not have the sheet music, and especially songs that were prolific in different times, so, and are still relevant today, fortunately and unfortunately in some cases.
Yeah, and then you really see the lyrics too on top of the paintings, which is really cool, and it ties in. I love that.
Now, Mila, I love that when you said so much of our history is told through music, but you've been able to capture some of the nuances with our history in that way. So what I love about this piece, this one right here is my favorite, is because it reminds me a lot of the Caribbean. So tell me about the inspiration as to how you created this painting right here.
Yeah, so that was actually the first piece that I did of all of them, and I was like, thinking vibrant, thinking warm, thinking like women together and these community vibes. And so I've spent time both in the Caribbean, and I know that like any sort of warm climate with colors can be associated with Black culture. Somebody was like, oh, where is that piece supposed to be? And I was like, well, it can be anywhere. There's so many pieces. You could talk about some African countries that would be related to that, or even like what you said. But I just really wanted to showcase women that weren't slaves but had like an agricultural feel to it, but also was just like pretty and feminine. So
I love that, especially when you said, you know, I feel like you're capturing the Black joy in there rather than talking about, yes, slavery and talking about the pain of our past. You bring in the joy, and you see that with the colors. I said this kind of reminds me of Haiti, where my parents are from, so I love that. But let's keep talking as well, because I like how you use a vinyl and you used records here, and used tape. So how did you just think outside the box? Where did you come up with that idea?
Yeah, well, one, to still have the music incorporated, but also because, like, I don't know, painting on canvas gets boring after a while, and you want to kind of like reinvent the wheel. I had a project 2 years ago where we did the artwork on vinyls, and it was super well received. So I wanted to continue that. The cassette tapes is my first time doing it on, and that was like, oh God, like, painting on them versus drawing on them is like a completely different thing. So they definitely took a lot longer, and it was like tracing the artwork out and deciding where I wanted stuff to be, and then gessoing it, and then repositioning like where stuff would be, and then actually painting it. So the cassettes and the vinyls were probably the longest process, because you have to like repeat the artwork 3-4 times.
Yeah, very technical. But what's really cool is that, you know, we have just a few of the 24 pieces in this collection, and I know, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words, is the saying, but what kind of message do you hope that if people look at one of these pieces or all of them, that they really take home?
Yeah, I think that the whole point was to celebrate our culture, and also like feel seen, you know, and feel seen in simple ways, and maybe in, you know, some more common ways. But
I love that. Well, at first glance, or if you get a chance to really stop and look through each of these pieces, you really know how to make sure people feel seen with these. Now, for some of us at home that do want to have our hands on these and bring them home, how can they do that?
Right, okay, so the Osteopathic College of Medicine, they are the ones who are going to maintain the originals, but there are prints available on my website, and I'm only doing 5 prints of each piece because, you know, I want to keep it limited, and also like allow for the artwork to exist outside of just, you know, the original artwork. So
I love that. And we'll have that information at the bottom of your screen, as well as online, as to how you can continue supporting Mila in this exhibit, but overall throughout your journey. So thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you.